This is Brooke, Corey, Allison, Letitia, and I'm Joe. The things we're going to talk about are the promotional opportunities for triggers, the target market, the competitors, and the market opportunities that we feel triggers should take advantage of. The communications budget. We're going to talk about the traditional advertising that we feel he should enhance his marketing program on. The alternative media programs that he could utilize to help advance triggers. The e-active marketing, and the sales promotions and sponsorships. The target market, he said, was ages 8 to 80, and a lot of groups said that they wanted to narrow the target market. But really, we feel like you can market to the 8-year-olds, and just because, I mean, which little kid doesn't want to grow up to be a cowboy? And that's what Triggers is. I mean, you see that, and the kids are like, hey, I want to try that. And then, of course, the older people, they're the ones that are going to be they're going to be the ones to buy it. So if you get the kids interested, maybe they can talk their parents into it. So we feel that leaving the target market at ages 8 to 80 is sufficient. And we feel both males and females, because where females are traditionally the ones who do the grocery shopping, who throws the football parties? Mostly guys. So we feel that both male and females should be marketed to equally. The competitors were Tostitos for both the chips and the salsa, the Frito-Lays for the chips, Old El Paso for the salsa, and one nobody else mentioned was the private labels, that we consider them real competition because they're usually so much cheaper in the grocery stores, especially in the economic times we're in today. People like to save money. The different market opportunities we thought he could engage in were the different flavors of barbecue sauce, because right now he only has the one. Queso dip, which he talked about, which I personally love cheese dip better than salsa. Larger sizes of salsa, for like if you're throwing a big party, instead of buying a bunch of little jars, you just buy a bigger jar. And there's just so much room to expand in the market for him.
Okay, Mr. Mason gave us $5,000 to work with on the communications budget. And when we started the campaign, we broke it down into an estimated budget where we have 3 categories. $3,500 is for advertising, $1,000 for sponsorships, and $500 for e-active marketing. And as we started working with the campaign, we came up with these more specific prices for advertising. We broke it down into traditional advertising, which is the truck side and the radio. Alternative media programs. We got all of these prices from things at Office Max, and they are banners, poster prints, postcard recipes, flyers, and business cards. And then for sponsorships, we decided to go with 3 different ones. And one is Little League Baseball, and that's $400. High School Athletics, $200, and ETSU Athletics for $400. And lastly, for e-active marketing, we only used 120 of our original estimated budget, and that goes to a camcorder bundle, which we'll talk more about later. So it brings us to $4,231.76 for our total. And the remainder of $5,000 left over could go to more radio advertisements, newspaper articles, coupons and promotions. So this is the truck advertisement that we came up with. We got an estimate from truckads.com for $2,501, and this is what we came up with. He said he wanted something that was really fun and different, and so we thought we'd implement also the fact that he wanted to associate his brand with tailgating. And we stole this picture, but we could come up with another picture. And on the back is the all-natural chips, which are so enticing. And also the radio advertisement would also go with traditional advertisement.
For alternative media programs, buzz marketing, which is word-of-mouth marketing, we decided to sponsor local events, like she said, get involved with Little League games, high school football games, get involved with Bristol Motor Speedway at their races, a big crowd, it brings in a lot of people, and maybe the women's expos. Set up a tailgating tent at UT football games, and maybe offer samples of the barbecue sauce, because a lot of people tailgate cooking out. They might want to try the barbecue sauce with what they're eating. Guerrilla marketing, taste testing at campus events such as basketball games here and soccer games here. Also run special radio ads for Super Bowl advertising, buy one, get one deals, and the chips and salsa, because a lot of people throw parties for the Super Bowl, so they could buy one, get one deal, save money on that. Lifestyle marketing would be just get involved in the community. Those Bristol Motor Speedway has their annual Speedway Alliance event every year, in the farmers market. They're bringing a lot of people there. That's a great opportunity to sell your product, get your name out there, and really boost your sales. And then for in-store marketing, want to make 15 11 by 14 posters to put above the point of purchase displays at Walgreens stores and all around them. And then the 5 by 14 poster card or postcard recipes we print on both sides, which is an example of it is right here. And that could be the front right there, and that could also be the poster picture as well. And it just gives you a lot of information on the front right there, and in the back, just have different recipes on the back, and just for people to pick up in case they want to make something out of with the sauce. And then there's where the stand's set up. We put our posters around that, and then also there's a picture of the card. It's a little bit bigger on there.
Alright, another form of word of mouth or buzz marketing is viral marketing. And viral marketing campaigns, they occur when an advertisement is voluntarily passed by one consumer to another potential consumer. And we feel like in order for Triggers to have a successful viral marketing campaign, Mr. Mason should utilize and connect all the YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, those social media platforms onto his current website. Here's some examples. The first thing we would like to do is obviously buy a flip camera or Kodak camera. The great thing about these kind of cameras, they have a flip out USB drive that whenever you take a video, it's easy sharing on YouTube. So he had set up a YouTube account, and with this little video, it's inexpensive, and he could, if a recipe comes in from a consumer, they could try out the recipe and do a cook show. And this is free because YouTube, the slogan for YouTube is broadcast yourself. So Mr. Mason could do just that, broadcast themselves. And they could do cooking shows, just anything fun with community events. They could take the camera and film the people just eating triggers, sampling, and just the fun environment that he's trying to capture. And then once you get your video uploaded to YouTube, there's all kinds of things you can do with it. One example is Facebook. He can upload the cooking episodes onto Facebook, and this keeps more people informed about his products, and also it's just real consumer engaging. And then another thing that we want to do with Twitter is with the brand image, it's reward triggers. It kind of gives the appeal that triggers is wanted, so it's outlawed, so good it ought to be outlawed. Well, this picture is an advertisement they could use that it's a hidden personality. Bring out the personality of Triggers. Make him a persona. Make the entire persona on Twitter, Facebook, and his website. And this is another example where people would see this. And one of the keys to being successful with the viral marketing campaign is giving incentives and making it personal. Well, with this, Mr. Mason could upload this picture to Facebook and do a photo caption contest where creative answers come in from the consumers, and the most creative answer gets an incentive, such as a prize box with his products. Okay, this is our new website. These pictures on the bottom, we found these while researching throughout this whole entire semester. This was on a picture blog, and the blog told the whole story of how Triggers became Triggers in real detail. And these pictures, we felt like, since the whole image of the products is rewards triggers, adding a section on their webpage where when you click on that, you'll get pictures of more pictures of the history, as well as pictures from events, community events, and even the persona that we just mentioned in those examples. You could add those on your website to make it more consumer engaging. And also, we took off Amazon and added the Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And that's another way to make sure everything's connected into one.
Okay, now we're talking about the sales promotion. Like we use coupons like to show off what products or compliments. And also, we can take, when we do contests, when people enter the information, like the emails and stuff, we can send them emails or coupons so they can get discounts on the product and for the premium. We can offer, like on the bags of the chips, we do have like 2 for $7 at Walgreens, but also we continue that, but on the salsa you can get like buy one, get one half off, or anything to promote, like to sell, use it as a package deal. And as I mentioned before, in contact with sweepstakes, getting the consumers involved in the product. They can enter information, maybe they can win like a package, or for their birthdays, they can send out emails for their birthdays so they can get like a can of salsa for free, or chips, or anything involving the community with the product. And for sampling, not only bringing have sampling in Walgreens or Food City, also as mentioned before, at the Bristol Speedway, you can set up a stand, and that way you can have the product introduced to many people, not only surrounding the Tri-Cities, but also people coming in, they can get a name out there to broadcast their name even more. And for the bonus packs, as I mentioned before, like the 2 for $7 deal for the chips, just give like, because when I bought the bag of chips, 2 for $7, that's a good deal, so therefore I have to buy more than one salsa. It makes people want to buy the product more and taste it. And with the sponsorships, for the community involvement with Little League teams, we do have a jersey here of like a Little League, and on the back it has like the Trigger's barbecue sauce, and so good to be out loud. It has a number like, what little kids when they have that thing, make them seem like they're bad, but people want to just be like, and also just have like the front of the t-shirts just have the Little League name. And then here, well, this right here is the ETSU. We can have like people dress up, like this is for free. You can have students dress up like in Trigger's outfit when we have partnerships with ETSU. That's one thing I mentioned. You can contact Sarah Hacker, and she's involved with the ETSU promotions of athletes, and it's different than the school. So this way, he can also have his product during the games and have it set up. Like whoever been to an ETSU basketball game, anybody. Okay, have you been to the men's when they have like the little tent set up and have like chicken fillet or something like that? Once we get the partnership with ETSU Athletics, we can have Trigger set out there, and they'll have no competition with the Airmark or Coca-Cola or anything. It's just strictly through athletics. And not only through basketball, you can have also through soccer games, tennis matches, and anything, and that'll be like their promotion. And high school sports, you can have a stand outside, which is cost like, we have like $400 in our budget we can have for the promotions. And we can have outside the high school game or selling through high school, like the salsa. Kids who want to try it anyway because of the different products we do have, like the pineapple salsa and the peach salsa, like kids want to try it more. And I feel like at high school games, kids will introduce it more to their parents than anything.
In conclusion, we just want to thank Mr. Mason for letting us do this project on this company, and we hope that some of our ideas will help this company. Thank you.
Questions? There was one thing I was confused about. Whenever you were talking about it was after the cooking show. I think Allison, I think you were talking about it.
The advertisements,
Yeah.
the pictures.
Well, there was one of the things I just wasn't clear on. Now I can't even recall what it was that I wasn't clear on in terms of how to go about doing it. You want to go back to a couple of those slides and if I can see? I don't remember.
Do you want to show pictures?
Go back down to the next one. Next one. How are you going to use these with these pictures? What
These would be for social media because we really want him to connect all of his social media to one. This wouldn't be magazine or anything. This would be just for e-active marketing.
Okay.
So this would be something that just to get the consumers engaged with, so it'd be more fun for them. So it'd just be kind of, yeah, you have the cooking shows on there, but also you just throw a picture on there, have a photo contest or a photo caption. So
Okay.
you post that and then say, just put like a little, one word, like kind of like, okay, this is in the woods and it looks like the moon's shining down. So a consumer might say, or Mr. Mason might say, where do you think Trigger's off to now? And then the consumer would give a creative answer to it and say that, like Caleb, he's at the moonshine still. So something just real creative, and the most creative answer would get across.
Okay.
So just get
Okay.
people really engaged with the product, and then the whole outlaw, and then bringing Trigger, the character, into a real life persona, a real life personality character throughout his social media networks.
Okay. Okay,
Does
I
that make more
understand.
sense?
Yes, yeah, I understand better now. So he kind of asked
And then
almost a
go to the
leading
next
question.
Go to the next one. This one is kind of like, so the whole point, the reward triggers to me, that's like he's wanted, so he's missing. And then here he is, he's left like a clue, like a mystery clue. He's been there. This shows that he's been there with his boots and the belt, and then the trigger sauces are there. So this is another like a wanted poster. And so this would be another photo caption creative thing, like where do you think Triggers is off to now?
Okay.
So just bring the whole personality out
Okay.
of the products.
Thank you for explaining that. These are really cute pictures. I just couldn't quite put the whole idea for the caption in, so thank you. Good job.